All right, 2022 training camp preview for the New York Giants. We're going to be talking about the offensive line today. So tune in, and let's see what we got on the offensive line. Welcome to Big Pat Sports Talk. All right, what's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of Big Pat Sports Talk. We're going to be talking about Giants training camp preview. Training camp is about a couple of weeks away, or not even 2 weeks away now. Only about 13 days or 12 days, somewhere around there. And we're going to be talking about the offensive line today. Now, the offensive line, we know that our offensive line has underperformed for like the past 4 to 5 years. We've had one of the worst offensive lines in the league for half a decade now, and I think it's time for a change. I think it's really time for a change, and we got change. We drafted Evan Neal. We got Lewinsky in free agency. We got Feliciano in free agency. Shane Lemieux was back. Unfortunately, Nick Gates is not back. Who knows if Nick Gates can actually come back? I think that they're probably going to give him this training camp to see where he progresses. And if he hasn't progressed well, I believe we may cut him and save that $3 million. And with saving that $3 million, it helps out this roster, maybe to get another offensive lineman, or maybe get another receiver, or wherever we need to fill a position, and see exactly what we need to do to help this roster with that $3 million. $3 million might not seem like a lot, but it can be a lot. With that being said, we signed a lot of backups. We signed Mckeithen. Matt Pert is still on the roster. Let's see how long he stays on the roster. We got Cunningham, we got Johnson, we got Max Garcia. So there's gonna be major training camp battles. Now, me personally, I think the depth chart is already set at left tackle, which would be Andrew Thomas, center, which I believe will be Feliciano, right guard will be Lewinsky, and right tackle will be Evan Neal. That is worlds above what we had the past 4 to 5 years at the offensive line. Now, the only position I believe that's going to be a major competition at that position will be left guard. Do we put Shane Lemieux there? Do we put Max Garcia there? Do we put Johnson there? Or is there Izudu, the rookie from North Carolina? Do we put Izudu there? I think he has a major chance to win that position at left guard over Shane Lemieux or someone like Max Garcia. Max Garcia normally doesn't have the power or that dog that OG Bobby Johnson, our new offensive line coach, wants. I looked at his film. He's very good at picking up stunts and things like that, so that's going to help him a lot. Shane Lemieux, he's always wanted to work with Shane Lemieux. Shane Lemieux's a road grader when it comes to the run game, but his pass protection needs major help. And I said needs 4 times because he needs major help when it comes to the pass game as far as picking up stunts and things like that. And I don't think he's a great puller. Max Garcia is a better puller than Shane Lemieux, and it's not even close. Now we come to the rookie Izudu. Now Izudu, he's a road grader as well. He's good in the run game, and he showed very good progress in the pass game. So I think Azudu has a very good chance to win in that left guard position. But let's check out the actual depth chart that they predict for the Giants coming up this season along the offensive line. Okay, as you can see, at left tackle, they have Andrew Thomas as backup. Joshua Azudu, remember that guy can play multiple positions. And you got Devery Hamilton and Roy Mckeithen. Talk about Roy Mckeithen. I think he's going to be a reserve player this year. We're going to probably put him on the practice squad and develop him. He's a big 6'8" monster coming out. I want to say Nigeria. Shout out to OCU Lemieux for getting those guys chances on NFL rosters. Hopefully it works out for them. But that's the left tackle position. At left guard, they got Shane Lemieux starting. Jamil Douglas as the backup, and Ben Bredesen, who's still here. Who knows if he's still going to be here after training camp. Then you got Feliciano at center. Max Garcia as his backup, and Nick Gates. Who knows if he's going to be on the roster this coming up year. Then you got Lewinsky at right guard, Marcus Mckeithen, another rookie out of North Carolina we drafted in this past year's draft, and Josh Rivas. Don't know too much about Josh Rivas, but I'll get some updates on him if he shows out in camp this coming year. Then at right tackle, we got Evan Neal starting. Then we got Mckeithen, Corey Cunningham, and Matt Peart. Now, the guys that I believe that will be cut off this roster is going to be Devery Hamilton, Matt Peart, Ben Bredesen, Josh Rivas, and I believe Nick Gates, if he shows that he cannot come back after this year, if he doesn't show tremendous progress in this training camp. I believe those are the guys that would be cut. Now, they got Joshua Azudu slated at the left tackle position as the backup because he served as the left tackle in rookie minicamp because Andrew Thomas was in a red jersey. As we all know, he's recovering from ankle surgery. But Joshua Azudu's normal position is left guard or right guard. So this guy, man, he's very versatile, and I really like this guy. I actually want this guy to win that position because the athleticism that we have on this offensive line, if he starts with Andrew Thomas, very athletic, showing that he could be one of the best left tackles in the game. Azudu, very athletic, good at pass blocking, can pull in the run game. We can run that off-tackle run game that Saquon Barkley is more fitted for. And he's also a road grader. He's not weak at all. Feliciano, absolute dirtbag at the center position. I believe he's going to show why he wants to play center. And he says center is his best position. So we see Mark Lewinsky, staple over there with Indianapolis. We got him on a 3-year, $21 million contract, which I think is an absolute steal. And Evan Neal, absolute monster, has played left tackle, has played right tackle, has played right and left guard. Only position he hasn't played is center. With an offensive line like that, it would be very versatile. And I think we can run any system that we want to with an offensive line like that. Not shaming Shane Lemieux. Shane Lemieux, he actually played pretty good. His rookie season, got injured last year with that kneecap. Hopefully he's recovered. And he must have recovered well because they have him slated as the left guard. But if I had to choose between Azudu and Shane Lemieux without seeing them in training camp right now, I'm going to have to go with Joshua Azudu. But we're going to see what they do in training camp. I just think Joshua Azudu is going to beat him out, man. I don't know. You guys let me know. But that starting lineup, Thomas, all-pro candidate. Azudu, very athletic rookie from North Carolina that can play multiple positions, can pull, can do everything that you want him to do. John Feliciano, chip on his shoulder, wants to play center, has wanted to play center his whole career, and feels that center is his best position. Mark Lewinsky, savvy veteran, dependable, was a part of one of the best O-lines in football last year with the Indianapolis Colts. We got him for a steal. Evan Neal, still in the draft. He was projected to go number 1 overall on a lot of people's draft boards, and he fell to number 7 to us. And he has something to prove. Very strong, very fundamentally sound. They're going to work on his hand placement and everything. And Evan Neal, play through the whistle. Play through the whistle. That's all you got to do. You're going to be good. We might have Pro Bowlers at left tackle and right tackle. and maybe sneak one at right guard with Lewinsky if he comes in and plays very well. Our backups is Zudu, like I said, or Shane Lemieux. Knows the system, been here with the Giants for 3 years, shown progress, and has shown something because they got him slated as the starter. So a good backup at the worst. Jamil Douglas, we have to see what he brings to the table. Max Garcia, very good backup. Can come in and start at center for us or right guard for us if we need someone to fill in for Lewinsky or Feliciano. Marcus Mckeithen is Zudu's tag team partner in North Carolina. They play both guard positions. Marcus Mckeithen is a road grader. He has to work on his feet a little bit, but he's a rookie. He's going to get that chance to work. Ben Bredesen, he wasn't the best last year for us, but hey, look, the offensive line coach gave up, and who knows what Ben Bredesen could do. Hey, Ben Bredesen might actually prove me wrong and make this team as a backup. Wouldn't mind having him as a backup. Nick Gates, get healthy, bro, because if you're healthy, you're our starting center. Point blank, period. If you put Nick Gates in this lineup, the healthy Nick Gates, the tough Nick Gates, the Nick Gates that fights Aaron Donald, the Nick Gates that was a leader on this team, the Nick Gates that was a captain, man, that would be extraordinary. But we have to see. He had a horrible leg injury similar to Alex Smith over there in Washington. I'm praying for him. Hopefully he could get back on that field, because if he does and he's back to 100% and he's back to being Nick Gates, whoa, man, we got a gem of a center to go with these two tackles. Roy Mckeithen, I believe he's going to be on the practice squad. They're going to sit him down for a year or two, get him ready, and he may be our swing tackle in a year or two. Who knows? And Izudu's probably going to be our swing tackle this year if he doesn't win that left guard position. But for right now, I'm going to say Mckeithen probably is going to be our swing tackle. Coming from Atlanta. Corey Cunningham, he's going to be in a battle with Matt Peart to win a roster spot this year. So let's see what they do. If he wins that roster spot over Matt Peart, which I believe he can, that would be good for him. But I like our starting offensive line with Thomas. If it is Shane Lemieux, John Feliciano, Mark Lewinsky, Evan Neal, I like that lineup. Now, we can have some issues with pressure up the middle facing very good defensive tackles. Someone like an Aaron Donald, I believe he can bully Shane Lemieux because he's not very good at pass protection. And we're going to have to see if Feliciano holds up at that center position, be that dirtbag that OG Bobby Johnson says that he is. So I think we're going to run a zone off-tackle running scheme with Saquon Barkley. And let's get Barkley in an open field, because you know there's probably no one better in that open field when it comes to making people miss and breaking off tackles and just outrunning people. A healthy Saquon Barkley behind this offensive line is going to look very good, and I can't wait to see it. But that's our starting offensive line. That's the training camp preview. Can't wait to see these guys go into training camp, fight for these positions. It's going to be some battles, man. Ben Bredesen's going to have to fight with Jamil Douglas. Cunningham's going to have to fight with Matt Peart and Mckeithen for a roster spot. Hey, maybe Devery Hamilton can show something. Izudu's going to be fighting with Shane Lemieux for the starting left guard spot. Max Garcia's going to be in that mix. He's going to be fighting with Feliciano for the starting center spot. Marcus Mckeithen, you sit down, you learn, and you go out there and you perform. Mckeithen, step up and be our swing tackle, just in case Andrew Thomas has problems with his ankle again or anything like that. But I like our O-line. I believe our O-line can definitely be top 20. I definitely don't see us being 32 ranked anymore. And that's just going to help out our weapons. Kadarius Toney, Richie James, Darius Slayton. I mean, even C.J. Board, Sterling Riggs, Sterling Shepard. It's going to help out a whole lot. Wan'Dale Robinson. Let's get those quick screenplays to see exactly what's going to happen. And it helps out Daniel Jones tremendously. Daniel Jones, get in the lab, move in that pocket, and do what you're supposed to do and lead us to victories and maybe even lead us to the playoffs. But that was my offensive line preview for 2022, the offensive line. And I believe we have a very good chance to have a good offensive line this year, people. We have a very good chance to have a good offensive line this year, people. Hey, look at me, look at me. But you guys let me know, who do you think should start at left guard? Because the other positions are pretty much rock solid as far as the starting. And I just can't wait to see these guys get out there and battle with our front seven of defensive line. But you guys let me know. Hit that like button. Hit that comment. Hit that subscribe button. Comment. Let me know what you think of our offensive line this year. Can we be good? Can we be top 10? Can we be top 20? Or are we going to be one of the worst offensive lines in the league? Again, you let me know. But thank you for tuning in. If you want to support the channel, hit that join button, that blue join button right there in the description. If you want to talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk and join the Big Blue crew. Also, thank you guys for getting me to 1,800 subscribers, on the road to 2,000. Let's get to 2,000 before we get to the start of the regular season. But until the next training camp preview, peace. This has been a Big Blue Crew production.